Now that we don't have that distraction, let's try this again. Okay, I'm gonna want to put... Let's take this off and replace it with this. This is actually better. Holy fuck! This is brutal. I think this might be too high level for us. Okay. I am going to drink one of this. I'm gonna drink one of this. Because I don't know what sword it's trying to use. So we'll do this as well. Oh, fuck. Holy shit. I don't know how to beat these guys. Do I have a different save game? Okay, let's load this one so we can prep everything before we hit that spot. That way we don't have to waste precious time while I'm getting hammered. Okay. Okay. No, let me save, damn it. Okay, no, but it should save now when it starts, and I should be ready to go.
Elven King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees. Thus acknowledged Luthofik, then spake.
I accept your allegiance.
Ah! Look!
Impossible. Gods!
Holy fuck! Oops. Oh god damn it, I gotta kill the mages is what I gotta do. Holy shit, I don't even know what to do here. If I can get the mages dead, we'll be fine. But getting them dead is rough. I was spamming Q and it wasn't working. What the fuck? This is just getting frustrating. Come on! Oh my god, it doesn't fucking work! This is annoying! I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do that'll increase my chances here. All I know is I gotta kill those frickin' mages. I can get the mages dead, I'll be fine. It's the mages that fucking murder me. Okay. Now it's easy. Now it's just a matter of keeping everybody on fire. See, once I had the mages dead, it was fine.
The sculpture
Once again,
became alive.
the answer was
By
fire.
what witchcraft?
I need to just say fuck every other tactic and use fire.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defeated.
That's a good one, too.
A month passed because perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethef was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's
I can just check which one it is for you.
As Defethef had planned Lutovik's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical. Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
You want 5, Mux. You need to remember 5.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this, your reward.
Farewell.
Okay, let's check this versus the other sword that I had. I like the I like the fire. Okay, and then I need to meditate at some point. Where'd you go, Roach? Are you stuck on a rock? It's fine, we'll deal with it. I was gonna say.
Never a good omen.
was gonna say, these things look like they're made of fire. Fire probably won't hurt them very much. Okay. Can I check these things? Like, do I have those things in my glossary? Yes, I do. Axie and Yurden. Art seemed to work pretty damn well, too, though. I want to wait till day for this. Look at all the spoons.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Where's the tick when you need him to yell spoon? I am not familiar with the phrase, otherwise I would say it correctly.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
It's written all over the house.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit a herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and liked it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I've tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, it is getting hard to write. I cannot think, and it is getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat, I want to eat. Not a good spoon, empty spoons. Nothing, eat, it hurts. Mirror, lies, no. Ah!
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Beauty is the beast.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
A spoon key.
Spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
This certifies the item up for auction. An antique spoon key forged at the Christofferson and Sons workshop in 1210 belongs to Smiggle Circuits, owner of the Pheasantry.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Dear Mr. Levasseur, I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here, and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me as for the person with whom I meet, for I'm afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope and why I've turned to you, side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited this herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. My suffering is a result of her wickedness. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. Was it Ogrim?
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Looking for? White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
How is he observing if his eyes are closed?
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, "None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror."
No spoon you have shall sate you. So do we want to swap spoons or eat without the spoons? I'm gonna say without the spoons.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
I wanna see what happened. Let's try and save. There she is.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Aww. Oh, I brought her home to my house.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
It's actually not that hard.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Ah!
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Now I have 2 points. I'm actually gonna go down here while we're here. Okay. So we gotta go back to Regis. I have a puppy. I have a puppy. I want a real puppy. Mux, I want a puppy. I can't get a puppy. I don't have the money for a puppy. Okay, good. He lets me in the door now. I can't just like walk down the stairs. I gotta roll down the stairs.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned the last ingredient, too. What about that?
His skeleton has a
I
hat.
fear might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Why can't he help
Not
me?
sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. That stands to be very, very dangerous.
I mean,
Alright,
obviously
so what do you
dangerous
wanna
for me.
do?
That seems
We shall
obvious.
visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Alright, well.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesha Mudna. Take me there.
In a moment.
I don't know why I'm so
One
tired.
last
I actually slept pretty well.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. 1 drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. You must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mudna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Hasty, Geralt?
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
I heard faculties.
You lead.
Terry, thank you so much for that raid. How was your
Scurvers
stream?
Must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
How was your stream, Terry? How's Spider-Man?
Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like
We had
this,
some
though.
horrible fail.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
We had some really rough quests that murdered us a few
Someone had guessed.
half dozen
The
times
mechanism which releases the latch reacts only
before
to
I resorted
Tricky
to
mechanisms,
the
vampire
age-old
hideout, fortified,
strategy
secured.
of Fire.
Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This
And
was the
then
first
on
instance.
top of that, we started off with some tech issues. But everything's good now, so... I'm hoping to finish this weekend. Like by tomorrow, so that we can... because starting on Sunday, I'm going to start with my schedule. And so it'll be nice to start with something new as well.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Oh, what is this? We got armor? Heavy armor, though. I don't like heavy armor. Sword is better, though. Lesser... I'm actually gonna put the lesser ones on, I think, because I want to eventually remove them and put some fire ones on. Shit, I had a lesser fire one, but that's fine. Any trash I can drop? God, this stuff sells for a fucking fortune. Oh my god. I don't know what else to drop. Okay, there we go. That sure will help.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Can I get that stuff? There we go, okay. I thought that was an actual thing, not a fucking mushroom. I don't need mushrooms. If in doubt, fire. That's kind of what I'm learning, is I need to just stop trying to be strategic and just burn the shit out of everything. Because that's what actually works for me. I was trying to be like all strategic and shit.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of were what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Wow.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
What does that mask do? Okay, so it just acts as a... Okay.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadlough's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Whose is this glyph?
Amarun. They ventured beyond the sea.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tadet. Those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Light this torch. I feel like light might be a good thing.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tadet.
I did that one already.
East beyond the Blue Mountains.
Transcript of a conversation between Master Ezlahar Hildegrad and a human being. Other subject to appropriate stimuli is able to forget about her child and think only about how to avoid pain. Wow. Hey, was there something in there? Yes, there was. I found a piece of parchment that fell from the pocket of one of the monsters. I also have a lump of coal. I would write this in my own blood, but I have hardly any left at all. Any left. I am cold. Every third day they come and open my veins, after which I cannot move. I can't go on much longer. From the next cage I hear the howls of terrified people. If I had the strength, I would smash my head against the bars. I hope it won't go on much longer. Aloy from the cage next to me died yesterday. They drank him to death. This must have irritated them because I heard them arguing in their strange language. They brought new people this morning. You could say that a supply of fresh blood arrived. They have no idea what they are in for. My only comfort is I know already, and I won't have to live through the terror that I felt the first time they came for me. I have no idea what they wanted until they pulled out their shiny instruments. I have never seen such beautiful metal. My blood glistened a purple silvery color in those instruments. Wow. Are the gloves? I need to drop something. I have a lot of junk. That, like, has little to no use. Just drop some of this junk that we don't need. Because if we can get some inventory space, then that would be nice. Da. That's good for now. I need to, like, dump a shit ton of stuff just in my thing. That would probably help. Like, all of this stuff, too. I could probably... Yeah, I can dump that in my... We'll need to do that after this quest, when we get a chance. Is just go dump a shit ton of stuff in our, in my, stash.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Alright guys, I'm gonna be right back and I'm gonna see if I
Place the
can
bait at
grab
the
a
tunnel
quick
entrances.
snack.
Most
So,
catch its scent more quickly.
give me a quick minute and I'll be right back. I shouldn't be too long.
Send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Alright, I'll be right back in a quick minute.